Do you remember in a previous video I told you guys that my son was going to take his driver license exam? However, when we showed up at the facility, they're like, you don't live in the area, so you can't use that driver license office to do it. Well, we had to reschedule that appointment, and so he's actually going to take his driver license test today. That is the road course, okay, so that he can pass his exam. Today's that day, guys, and I'm very excited. So we showed up at the driver license facility, and guys, it was crowded like I don't know what to tell you. There was a long line. Our appointment was for 3 p.m. and we got there late. We got there about 3:05 p.m. So I was praying by the grace of God that he would still be allowed to do his appointment, because they did say to arrive like 15 minutes early. We didn't get to do all of that. I'm known a little bit to be late or a little bit right on time. So yeah, that didn't happen for us. In any event, we got there, and there was a security guard at the door, and while standing in line, I'm like, wait a minute. It makes no sense for me to actually sit here, stand in line, and not knowing if I'm going to get through or not. Why not go and ask the security, let him know the reason I'm here, and hopefully, I'm sorry guys, I'm getting over a little bit of a cold. So, it's just making me really, really stuffy, but I'm going to try to get through this video. Anyway, so I said, let me ask the security to see if he would actually allow us to go in and get out of this long line that just never ends. And I walked up to him, and he's like, oh, wow, sure, come on in. I grabbed my son, we went inside, brought in our paperwork and stuff to prove that we are legitimate people to be, requesting a license in the state. And so they allowed us to go ahead, and they accepted our appointment even though we were a little bit late. So Lord, thank you for that. In any event, my son went out, and he did his thing. Just take a look. So as you know, you have to listen to the instructor, follow their every word, and all I see is them asking him to back up here, and then I think he's going to turn. I don't know if this is the 3-point turn or what it is. I just know they tell my son, get in the car, and I see him driving. Now, somewhere in the back of my mind, oops, I'm falling. I'm wondering to myself, is he ready? Did we do all the training that he needed to do? Did I teach him everything? Did my husband teach him everything? I'm like, all those things are going through my mind, and I didn't want him to have to take the test a second time, I want my son to go out there and do this thing once and win at it, right? Pass his test. So I can boast, okay? He did it. He passed it. Well, see for yourself. So here you'll pretty much see him driving around inside the parking lot, and I'm guessing they make sure that you drive in the parking lot first to make sure you know what you're doing before they take you out on that main road and realize, oh my God, this is a lunatic. This person has no clue about driving. But I see my son doing his thing, and there he is, about to make that right turn onto the main road. So that's giving me a little bit of my son knows what he's doing, and they also think he knows what he's doing. So yeah, there he goes. That was one of my proud moments. I'm like, you go, my baby. I was so happy. I wished my husband was there, but my son was gonna be nervous, so we're like, you know what, one parent go with him, and I'll just shoot this video to make sure that he doesn't miss out on anything. And here goes my baby. He's doing his thing. and he's back into the parking spot. So I'm here filming at a distance, and I'm thinking everything went well. Did it not go well? I don't know, because these are the two instructors in the car. They came out and they were talking, and I'm like, what are they talking about? I mean, why aren't they coming over? My son is there shooting his fingers up in the air like he's explaining things to them. I had no clue, but I was just patiently waiting and just giving him his time to do his thing. With the instructors, if there was something wrong that he did, I'm sure that they were kind of telling him what it was. I mean, at this point, I didn't know what to think. I'm like, what are they talking about? Also, the reason why there were two instructors in the vehicle is that the man is actually in training. He just started this job at the DMV, and so the lady was his teacher, you know, kind of showing him the ropes and stuff like that. So I guess you could say we had two newbies. Hello. Huh?
You stayed at a distance.
I did.
Yeah, you did a good job.
He did a good job?
Yes.
Awesome. Oh, really? I like that. I'll take a fist bump too. Hey,
Okay.
Mama. I'll take one. Thank
Absolutely.
you. He did awesome. Thank you. You did good.
I passed.
Yay. Dude, what you got to say?
Passed.
Proud owner of a driver license. Whoop, whoop, whoop. He said you did awesome.
Passed.
Let me see that paper in your hand. What's that?
25 pass.
25 pass? What's that 10 for?
He just gave me, he told me 3 little things that I did wrong. It was just with signaling when I was doing the 3-point turn, and signaling when I was backing out. And
Signaling when you're racking up?
that was it, really. And when he gave me the explanation as to how to park on the hill exactly, I had gave him the explanation, but I had told him the wrong way for the wheel. But in my head, I was parked in the other direction than what he had said. He said I was parked up on the hill. So, because remember I told you I was going to turn the wheel to the curb?
Right.
But the wheel is supposed to be turned to the curb, but I was parked up on the hill like this forward. So technically the wheel is actually supposed to be turned like this to the curb when you're going, like if you're going down the hill, so that way the car will roll into the hill, into the curb, and it won't move anywhere.
Right.
But in my head, I was the other way, basically, turned around, and my wheel would have went to the curb still, but in the other direction. That's the only, so that's the only thing. But I passed.
Good job. The next step of this beautiful process is for my son to be issued his driver license. So now we got to go back into the actual office and get that done. And it was easy because the only little road thing I get for do is just drive around there, so that's good.
All I had to do was go around the bends. All I had to do was go around the bends, really. It wasn't nothing too crazy. Who's nobody?
Come on, we need to see. Let's see
See
the
what?
merchandise.
There is
Not
no
the face of it. I
merchandise.
just need to see. Just a glimpse. Ooh, nice! And that's the ending to the beautiful story of how my son got his driver license. Now, the traumatic experience of being a mom with her young son driving on the road begins. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.